It's the Role Players Podcast, and we are taking care of our chicken tonight.
What about your mentals?
Nah, too far gone for that. You can find this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and a plethora of other platforms. And since you're possibly watching us on Facebook Live, hit the play button tomorrow when you hear this on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, and then share it. Share it to your people. But we are taking care of our chicken, man. You know what? Marshawn hit on something real. He hit on something real, and Odell had no choice but to help them guys take care of their chicken.
Yeah, man.
He helped them take care of their chicken, man. Them guys are getting ready to get suspended.
You think they're going to get suspended?
Hey, if they wanted to.
That's a very dicey situation, man. I don't know what Odell was thinking.
Odell was on a tear that night.
Did you see the video, the whole video?
With him spanking cops and...
This guy, man.
And, he took the megaphone from the band.
Yeah, man, he was tripping.
Yeah, Odell had one too many.
Yeah, it was a little, it's a little extra coming from the LSU, coming from the, I guess, the security officer. He didn't look like a real officer. Looked like a security guard.
Well, he dapped him up. It looked like in the video when I saw it.
It was a lot of stuff going on, man.
Yeah, you really couldn't tell.
I just, from what I took from it, man, I feel like, why the hell did these ex-players always feel the need? You know, there's always the ones who are not winning in the NFL who always like going back to their colleges and being front and center right there on the sideline. Now, I can understand, you want to go back and help out the school, or you want to go back. He might have like Odell's situation. You might have a receiver who you have taken under your wing or whatever, and you're trying to help him out.
Yeah.
But being right there in the center, it was time for him. You know what? He had no place in that locker room. I know it probably was a lot of other people who had no place in that locker room.
Let them guys enjoy
their moment, man. Go out and get your own championship.
Man, Odell ain't getting no championship. Not acting like that.
Nah, man.
Not acting like that. I mean, ultimately, it was fun to watch. I laughed. I had a lot of laughs from Odell, but brother, you can be elsewhere. Now, I know he was stressed out this past season because his season's over. But I know he was stressed out and he needed a little getaway. So what better than to go back to see his Tigers, take on the Tigers,
Tigers versus Tigers.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it was nothing wrong with him being there on the sideline. It's a national championship game, And like I said, you seen Odell, but I can guarantee you he was not the only ex-player in both locker rooms that was present in both locker rooms. But for some reason,
he was the only one acting like that,
acting a fool. But for some reason, man,
Landry not doing that.
I have got to, I'm tired of seeing the ex-players. It's one thing to be on the sideline, but once they win and they go through their whole coronation ceremony and they're inside the locker room, gotta remove yourself, man. Go get your own championship. Odell was partying more than the actual players who played on the field.
But then on the flip side, how you feel about Beast Mode? Because Beast Mode, he said take care of your chicken and your mentals, but then he left out and then he went into Green Bay's locker room. Nobody said a word to him, and he went up to Aaron Rodgers. They hugged. They had a moment. He went into somebody's locker room. How you feel about that? I ain't got no problem with that.
Well, that was actually pretty cool.
That's respect.
Beast Mode is really, he came out of retirement, so he was doing a lot of things that he weren't doing when he was on the field. Because I seen him do a couple of interviews, and he wasn't an interview guy, but you no longer could tell him he couldn't do it. He no longer could say, I'm only doing it so I don't get fined. He could no longer say that because he's become a mega star outside of the football field as well.
Yeah.
So, I have no problem with that, man. Beast Mode is a class guy, man. He kind of grew on me. He was kind of selfish when he first came in the league. That was the perception everyone gave out on the outside, not looking in.
What?
Yeah. He seemed like he was a little selfish when he pulled that move to get out of Buffalo. But it turned out
Talking about Buffalo.
It turned out to be a great thing for him. You know what I'm saying? That was the perception everybody was looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good guy, man. He's a class. He's a official OG.
No.
OG status.
That's why you can talk like that because you got your colors on this weekend, huh?
What they got to do with anything, man? We got business to take care of.
Business?
Yeah, I said this season was the business. This was a business season. No. We're taking care of business.
How do you figure y'all taking care of business?
What do you mean, man? We're in the championship game, man. We won 4 games last year.
So it's Tennessee. Tennessee in the championship game.
Tennessee taking care of business too, man.
Henry
is taking care of business. Hey, you got to give it a team effort, man. Come on.
Henry is taking care of all the business.
Really, man?
Yeah.
You're really going to take a shot out like that?
I ain't taking no shot at Tennessee.
Yeah, come on, man.
I respect Vrabel. I respect the Titans. Gotta respect them the way they be smacking us sometimes. Well, they've
been doing a lot of smacking here lately.
Yeah. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. But before we get into all that smacking of Henry, we got to talk about what's been smacking in Carolina.
Boy, man,
what's that?
I called Carolina a whole thing about a year ago.
You remember Toy Story? You know the man be singing all the little songs, and he had that one song in Toy Story, and he was like, "Strange things are happening to me."
Yeah, I remember that.
Things. What is that? Randy Newman?
Yeah, man.
That's the dude, man. Strange things are happening in Carolina, man. And it happened fast, didn't it?
It's happening fast because I think they had a plan in motion. They've been had the plan in motion for a while, man.
Yeah, I think so, too. You know, I went back to the All Access show on Amazon.
Right.
And I kid you not, man, if y'all have not seen the All Access show on Amazon, go and check it out. It's funny because in 2018? So in 2018, you know, they were documenting the season of the Carolina Panthers. That was the season where they started off okay, and then it tailed off.
Kind of like this season.
Yeah, but it was worse.
It was worse.
Because they had playoff aspirations. They had a lot of hope. They had a lot of promise. Well, during that All Access show, you know, David Tepper, that was his first season as the owner.
Yeah.
And he was going through, you know, he was doing what I say is what you're supposed to do when you take over a business.
Right.
And he was going through, evaluating things, made some small changes. You know, he put the Panther in the middle of the field instead of the NFL shield. And
wow, that's something I didn't recognize.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
you know, but I haven't watched that yet, you know.
Oh, you got to watch it.
So I know I have to watch it.
So, you know, the one thing that I noticed about David Tepper, because, you know, I love business, man. And Tepper, when things started to tail off, it was a series of things that started to happen. One was David Tepper talking to, you know, his dynamic with Cam and the team. Right. It changed. It turned from, I'm having fun. And, you know, David Tepper would have his mom in the booth and all type of stuff. And she was having fun. And then when mom wasn't having fun anymore, neither was David Tepper. And, you know, David Tepper was like, look, man, you know, we got a job to do. Let's get back on track, man. It's going to be okay, but we need to get back on track.
Right.
Let's get back focused. Let all that other stuff go. Just get back on track. And faces started getting long, and Thomas Davis stood up in a meeting, and he was like, take a look around. He was like, stuff gonna change if we don't start winning. You ain't gonna be here. I ain't gonna be here.
Yeah, stuff has changed.
And he was right. I like David Tepper for that because at that moment, I knew David Tepper meant business.
Right.
And his business has carried over into this offseason. He gave Matt Rule a 7-year, $70 million contract.
Yeah, he's determined he's going to win. He's going to win at something.
He brought in Joe Brady from the national champions, LSU Tigers. You know, they defensively, they brought along Rules, defensive coordinator from Baylor.
Right.
Baylor didn't showcase defense, but maybe he has a defensive scheme.
Yeah, maybe.
But things have changed.
He's trying.
And then we got the bomb. Well, it wasn't a bomb to you and I. It wasn't a bomb to you and I because we the role players.
No, it wasn't a bomb to me, man. I actually wasn't shocked. I was more shocked that when it broke across my TV screen, I was more shocked that that's breaking news. Like,
oh, it's definitely breaking
it's breaking news, but I was more shocked like,
breaking news that broke hearts. Shambles. Our own cousin said that Luke Kuechly, after he retired, should be the defensive coordinator.
Sweet Carolina.
Man. Happened so fast, people didn't even know how to react. Talk about a knee-jerk reaction.
A knee-jerk reaction, man. It's been all kind of crazy reactions going on out here, man.
But it's normal.
It's normal. It's normal.
You know, Pat Willis, Borland, they retired from y'all.
The thing is, man, this is a dangerous and a violent game, man.
Especially for linebackers.
And linebackers, man. And one of my heroes, man, and it kind of, one of my heroes took his life a couple years ago, and that was Junior Seau. And I remember watching Junior Seau when I was a kid, and I watched him come all the way up through New England. And you wouldn't have recognized what he was going through mentally by the way he put himself out there on the football field, as well as in interviews. So this is a very violent game. It's very bang bang, and like I said, me and you were talking the other day, and I said it's sad that I don't remember the last play from Luke Kuechly being a 3rd and 1 stop for a 4th down. I remember him crying on the field that Thursday night game.
Yes, sir. And
me saying, wow, I don't think he's ever going to play again. So I was kind of shocked to see him make it this long. That's why when it broke through, I said, wow, that's I kind of expected to see that sometime in the near future. But, you know, I went through this, man. It's changes being made in Carolina.
Big changes.
It's big changes.
Big changes.
And they're going through a facelift, man. And I went through it. I went through Patrick Willis. I went through Chris Borland.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of guys. The face changes, man. And it's for the good, even if this ain't their guy.
It's time to change.
It's time to change.
The culture needs to change.
The culture needs to change. It definitely does.
Even though Jerry Richardson isn't the owner anymore, and, you know, they would say, well, you know, Jerry guys, because he would like to take care of his players instead of ushering a guy out the door or saying, well, hey, you know, we might not re-sign you or whatever. You know, he'll keep those guys on and at a hefty salary, too. David Tepper isn't about that. David Tepper wants results. He wants the money that he put into Carolina, the Carolina Panthers. He wants to see a profit off of that. And I'm not talking about $1 profit. I'm talking about success.
Success.
Because you're talking about the richest owner in the National Football League. He knows what success looks like, tastes like, smell like.
Yeah.
Sounds like. And it's not sounding like success in Carolina.
No.
Not for the Panthers.
And
he changed it up.
Yeah, one thing that I like is 90. We're gonna say 90%. 90% of this NFL, this NFL today is mediocre. It's 7-9, 8-8, 9-7, 6-10. That's where the teams. You only have a top tier. It's maybe, let's say, four or five teams that you say that they are elite. They are hard to beat.
But out of the other 32 teams,
other 32, it's kind of mediocre.
Pick them on a Sunday and they might win.
And Tennessee is showing you that right now.
Pick them on a Sunday and they may win.
So to me, even if this ain't your guy, if Matt Rule's not your guy, he's trying. And the other 30 so, the other 25 to 24 teams in the NFL, they're trying, but they're kind of safe with staying at mediocre. But at some point in time, mediocre gets you Phillip Rivers.
For how many
15
years?
You know, and you're always waiting. They're always going to be waiting to say, okay, maybe this year we can break through and just be a good playoff team, make a playoff run. You have to want to win championships, not just make a playoff run.
It's all about the ring.
And I think Carolina, I think he has the right frame of mind. And like I said, even if he strikes out with this one, if he strikes out, he's trying. So he has something else in store. He has a B plan because it seemed like he's been knowing what he wanted to do ever since he came in the door.
Yeah. So let's play a game of bones.
Bones.
Yeah, that's for you, Cali. I'm gonna call you Cali J.
Cali J.
Yeah, Cali J.
Don't call me Cali J, man.
Yeah, nah, you Cali J, man. You got your colors on. You got your shield on your head.
Yeah, bang, bang.
The NFC sign is glistening in my eyes.
It's gold, ain't it?
Yeah, it's yellow. But
yellow.
Yeah.
Gold or yellow?
Yeah, it's yellow.
Feel good to win.
It's a cowardly yellow.
Feel cowardly yellow.
Yeah.
You're a hater, man.
Yes, of course.
You look like the devil emoji sitting over there.
Hey. Somebody has to be the villain. But, so let's play a game of bones or dominoes for y'all that don't know. So, first domino on the table, Thomas Davis. He went down. They got rid of him, he's out the door. Changes needed to happen. Second domino on the table, Ron Rivera.
That's the second.
Yeah, that was the second. That was the second big domino.
Second domino.
Third domino was actually Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey is the future of the Panthers. That he has the most important piece in this whole thing.
He is the future.
Fourth domino was Luke Kuechly. Now there's two more dominoes in this box.
Okay, it's two more.
It's two more dominoes.
Two more. Because the Panther fans are.
Well, Matt Rule was the next, and then there's two more.
I want the Panther fans just to embrace, because you saying this too, but guys, we ain't even at the off season yet.
It has not happened. We are in the playoffs.
We're in the playoffs, man.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
I know that's what Panther fans are saying.
It's only been 2 weeks.
They've gotten news every week.
Every single week.
Every week. And the next news to come is going to be Greg Olsen. Because he's going to say, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I looked across the locker room.
But he's not under contract anyway.
Yeah, but they're going to make it official.
Oh, they're going to make it official. Yeah, Greg Olsen.
Or he's going to make it official.
Greg Olsen is not coming back. We're going to let him test the free agent market.
Yeah, and he's going to say, well, I think that I'm going to just hang my career up too. I looked across the locker room, no 5'9", no, what did Thomas Davis wear? It doesn't even matter at this point. And then
We'll take it, Greg.
You'll take it.
We'll take it.
What, as a special team tight end?
Backup tight end, man.
No, sir.
Number 2 tight end.
And then you got in the shadows that's just looming in the shadows. I mean, he's lurking in the shadows, man. You don't know whether it's an S on his chest or number 1. You don't know if it's some Prada boots or cleats. You don't know. But he is in that locker room lurking in the shadows, and it's number 1 Cam Newton. The former Heisman winner, the former NCAA champion, the former MVP, the former culture changer in Carolina for the Panthers. Now, Jay and I have been going back and forth. Back and forth. Jay says Cam is cut, he's traded, he's done, he's something.
He's done, man.
Vamoose.
It's a new face. It's a new face in Carolina, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't include Cam.
And that face is David Tepper.
Yeah, David Tepper.
And my argument has been, okay, you got Rule and his staff and Tepper and, everybody's on the same page and know what's going on, except for Cam Newton.
It's very logical. Your way is very logical, but that's not the way that that's not the way.
He's a free agent in 2021.
Yeah.
This is his last season. Matt Rule. Rule is signed for 7 years, $70 million. They're giving him time, plenty of time, more than enough time. Why not keep Cam Newton for 1 year? This is a test drive. This is the Jameis Winston clause. That's what I'm going to start calling it. This is the Winston clause, and not Salem.
The crab claw.
The crab claw. I like that. Crab claws. So, give him a year with this coach. Since he's such this world-class, once-in-a-lifetime, generational player that you will never, ever see in your lifetime or existence for your children's children. He's a once-in-a-lifetime. He's the LeBron of the Carolina Panthers. You're never going to see a Cam Newton again. So why not give this guy one more chance? Because he's a free agent at the end of the season anyway, at the end of next season. Why not give him one more chance to say, hey, I am that Superman. I am Cam. I can throw. I can take us back to the playoffs. I am the man that you need under center, handing it off to the future of this franchise and Christian McCaffrey. Why not just keep Cam Newton and say, well, if he works, then we got a quarterback and we got two backups in Greer and Allen. Or you say, wow, Cam really fell on his face. However, he still has value for teams like the Jacksonvilles, the Chicagos, the Miamis, whoever doesn't get a quarterback. Maybe even Tennessee, because you don't know what Tennessee's going to do. We've heard all this franchise tag talk for Jameis and Tannehill. So you don't know. You trade them to one of these other teams mid-season. Or, like Jay says, you go ahead and sever ties now and prepare for the future. Because in Jay's defense, I do understand where he's coming from. They hired all of these college coaches, all of this new blood in the NFL. Wouldn't it make a ton of sense to say, hey, new blood meets new blood, let's bring along fresh. We want to bring along fresh and get these guys out here with a new, fresh quarterback. I still say you keep Cam. I say you keep him.
So you're saying you keep Cam. You do know they came out and said they expected to trade him. They also came out today.
That's a rumor.
Yeah, they also came out today and said, their plans is to draft a quarterback in the first round and sign a veteran and free agents. That's been planned. So
that's a rumor too.
Yeah, you're saying it's a rumor. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe.
So most times, man, unless you have a legendary quarterback, and sometimes even the legendary quarterbacks choose to move on. A la Brett Favre and other, you know what I'm saying? There's been some other quarterbacks out there who say, just go ahead and let me move on. Man, it's going to be a sad day in Carolina because you never know what you have until it's gone. Okay?
Yeah.
And the Panther fans, I've been hearing Panther fans that they've been sided. He throws too high. He don't know when to slide. It's always an excuse.
Yeah.
And now they got what they wanted because all they wanted was Allen. They say, man, this guy maybe can be the starter. He might take out Cam. And then Allen fell flat on his face. Then Greer, they say, well, we drafted Greer. Well, maybe Greer's the answer. And then he fell flat on his face. So I believe that for Carolina to make this an official switch over, new phase, new day, they have to remove Cam from that building. Because let him go somewhere else and try to win, try to get a Super Bowl. I don't know. But for him to come into this room with the baggage that Cam has, that, he always is. I can't say he's not a team player, but he gives off that negative vibe, that negative era, that negative aura with Cam. So to me, and that price tag is kind of hefty, it's just time to move. I've been through it.
We've all been through it.
I've been through it. I've seen my quarterback walk out the door, and then I say, man, I think they're going to keep him, man. The coach saying they like this guy. And then it's just time to move on. It's time to move on from Cam, man. It was great in Carolina. And I'm going to say this, and you might disagree with me. I don't know where he's going to fit at. I'm kind of baffled. I'm torn with that.
I'm glad you said that.
I don't know where he can go that's a perfect fit, because you know what? I'm a prisoner of right now. I don't know what Cam can do.
So, what if Cam calls his own RPO and he says, run, pass, out? What if he too says, guys, it's been a hell of a ride.
He's going to want out.
And I don't know if I want to play anywhere else other than Carolina. Don't feel secure about this surgery. Don't feel like Super Cam anymore. And I am a personality. Like, I'm pretty sure I can light up anybody's TV set. I think I'm going to just tap out and retire. You think Cam will do that?
I can see Cam going to the XFL.
Oh, that'd be such a diva move.
That'd be a diva move?
Yeah. But they signed Callaway today. The receiver from the Browns.
Yeah, Callaway got some bad vibes with him, man.
Yeah, Callaway got suspended.
But he's facing a heavy suspension if he come back to the NFL.
Yeah, because he's still suspended 4 games, but he's headed to the XFL. We got our first big name ticket in the XFL.
Yeah, not big name.
Oh, man, come on.
But I do see some guys out there that I can see going to the XFL, man. Like, I can see some players out there, but you still got to...
Yeah, we're going to see a few this weekend. Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm a hate to the end of my hate. Yeah, man.
Blake Bortles.
You might see Blake Bortles.
Gardner Minshew.
Here we go. You gonna get Melvin stirred up.
Yeah.
You're gonna be stir crazy.
Oh yeah, that's Melvin guy.
You're gonna be like, man, Gardner Minshew is the best opportunity for the Jaguars right now, man. You gotta give the small guys their chances to win, man. You don't think Gardner Minshew can do it? No, Melvin.
Y'all went to work out last night, right?
No, I didn't go last night. Okay. I went Wednesday.
I know last time you went, man. That's all he was talking about was Gardner Minshew.
Man, we get into the Jaguar rants, and we just sit there and we reminisce on our one winning season in, I don't know, like 12 years, 11. It's been a long time.
Not that long, man.
No, it has. Yes. Go do the math. It's been quite some time since Jacksonville had more than one winning season. So it's only one in that time frame.
I got to think that, man, Carolina. I mean, I'm not a Carolina fan. They are the home team, so I kind of do follow them. It's got probably San Fran. I follow the most. I got to follow them. They're probably second. They might be second because they're the home team. So. So, man, I got to say, man, that talent, that talent in that locker room is pretty bare right now, man. It's pretty bare, and I see some holes they need to fill, and I can see them trading Cam and just taking whatever draft pick they can get. I can see they can go from any way they want to go. And it's time to move on. Look, man, my 49ers did it a couple years ago when we was laughing. People laughed at us for 2 years, and now look at us. Yeah. Man. We got a plethora of draft picks on that team.
But I still say you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. Just keep them.
Why?
Unless there's some trade that's coming down the pipeline that makes you.
You're always talking about don't put a Band-Aid on it, man. Don't just put a Band-Aid.
There's no Band-Aid on this.
That's a Band-Aid on Cam.
There's no Band-Aid.
Why?
Look,
you're already moving on.
If you have this forget marketability.
When Cam turn around and he does this little thing, when he do his little woosah, his pray, and he turn around and look at that huddle, and the only face he recognizes is Christian McCaffrey. What the hell is he supposed to do?
Look, you might as well see what he has. One more year.
No.
That's not preventing you from drafting a 1 year. That's not preventing you from taking a quarterback in the round one.
No, yes it is.
No, it's not.
So Cam Newton's gonna play, knowing that's a first round quarterback. This is a former MVP.
Man. Only choice he has is to retire. Or request a trade.
I can't believe you're saying this, Mr. Man. Don't put a Band-Aid on.
Hey, I'm serious about not putting a Band-Aid on.
I feel
you're either gonna win with Cam and still get a first round pick.
Cam is 19. He's counting
or lose
almost,
with Cam.
He's counting almost 19, 20 million. That's what they have to pay him.
This is true.
You can shed that money.
That money
man.
is irrelevant, though.
You can move on.
It's not like they're struggling with salary cap issues.
No, but get more. Why not? You
more
get
for
more.
what? If you're rebuilding, you're not about to go and dump money into the pockets of aging players and free agents.
Oh, you might. It might be a player in free agency that's worth bringing in to help solidify on either side of the ball. It doesn't matter. You don't know. You got to wait till free agency starts.
I feel like that aisle. How many licks does it take? Who is it?
Man, you tripping right now.
No, man. Look, it's low risk, high reward. Now I'm telling you, if you get a trade down the pipeline,
it's low risk, low reward. It's high risk, low reward.
If you get a trade down the pipeline that says, "Hey, we want Cam Newton 2 first round picks," send him packing. It ain't. There you go.
We want Cam Newton. We'll give you 2 third. We'll give you 3 third round picks. I'm taking it because this guy is. I mean, you weren't winning with him the last 2-3 years.
Look, I'm not against trading Cam Newton. I'm just saying if you don't find that magical trade that you want, he's there for another year.
So look at Baylor offense.
So what?
Look at Baylor offense. Look at LSU offense.
Okay.
Does that play to the strengths of Cam Newton?
No.
You making no sense.
No.
That's my case right there.
Does it play to the strength of any rookie that's coming out where they are picking? We're not talking about trades.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tua, Justin Herbert.
Where they're picking. Tua may not go.
They're picking number 8.
Where they're picking
7 or 8.
Tua may
No, it's number 7.
Number 7. Tua may not be there.
Who gonna take Tua?
I don't know, man. You got Miami floating around out there. You got teams out there that may say, "Hey, I want to take Tua." If Tua lasts long enough to
Justin
pick 7,
Herbert to be there.
If Tua lasts longer than pick 7, Jacksonville could take one of their picks and say, "We'll jump up."
Justin Herbert to be there.
Justin
and
who?
Rule loves Herbert.
Just in case you haven't heard.
I'm telling you, man.
There's only 2 quarterbacks that people are salivating for.
Man. Here you go. Man.
I'm just telling you.
Herbert.
Nobody's salivating for Herbert.
Herbert will
but
go.
Maybe
Herbert will go. Herbert gonna go in top 15.
Well, we'll see.
You being absurd. Man, I can't believe you.
No,
man.
you were being absurd.
You talking about putting a Band-Aid.
I don't care about Cam.
You done got a little delusional. This losing thing has made you delusional.
No, this losing thing has made me want to sever ties quicker than ever. I have looked at Nick Foles and said he could go. I've looked at Gardner Minshew and said he could go.
Both of them need to go.
Yeah, I want a winner. That's all I want. And if it's Tua, if it's Herbert, if it's Jason Garrett, by the way, he just signed with the Giants. But
he did take that job?
Yeah, he took that job.
That's such a bad hire, man. That's such a bad hire, man.
Dead man walking. He's ending his career.
I'm appalled at that. I seen him taking the interview, and I was like, "Where they going to offer him the job? Is he going to take it?"
I don't know, man. Joe Judge might come out like gangbusters. I don't know. He might break through and say, "Hey,
he could.
I've been coaching my tail off behind all these scrubs."
But what is Garrett going to do on the coaching staff?
Clap. I don't know, man. He makes clapping look successful.
This guy, man.
The way he claps, it makes it look like it's not going.
He's worse than what I thought he was. He is exactly who I knew he was. Troy Aikman's backup.
Forever.
Yeah. Forever, man.
He's lived in the shadow of Troy Aikman forever.
So he fell that far that he's going to a coach that's never was even a real legitimate candidate to hire for anybody to hire to be in his, what is he, offensive assistant or offensive coordinator?
Yeah, he's offensive coordinator. Well, I don't know. Maybe Eli sticks around and
Eli's not sticking around there, man. They're done, man. Eli's going to retire, man.
I said maybe.
He already said he doesn't want to play for anyone.
I said maybe. No, this is true. But let's play a quick little game of Father Time to switch it up. So we got some guys that just won't let it go in the NFL. Shame on Larry Fitzgerald for holding the Cardinals wide receiver core hostage. Hostage, man.
He was serviceable. They want him to come back.
Man, retire.
He had a decent season.
Man, this young team is ready for something else. He's not winning a championship.
But you want to keep Cam Newton.
We're talking about Larry.
Come on, man.
Fitzgerald has had a Hall of Fame career.
He has. He did pretty good, though.
Yeah. Retire, man. You holding this team hostage.
I don't think he's holding them hostage.
Come on, man.
He'll be the slot guy. They'll draft another wide receiver. You got to admit, man, he's turned Christian Kirk into a decent wide receiver. Christian Kirk put up decent numbers.
So, hey.
That's off the field. So you want to make him a coach instead of...
That's what Cuzzle would do. Let's go from off the. He want to NBA this thing. He want to say, hey man, come get a job, Jason Kidd style.
Offensive coordinator, do defensive coordinator.
he say, I like the way that you pass that ball. You ever thought about head coaching? What? But so let's play around the Father Time, man. We got some guys out there, and I just want to know: should they stay or should they go? Should they head to the recliner or the rocking chair in the gridiron end zone, or should they come out for the coin toss?
Boy, you know how I stand on this, boy. Come on, bring me, shoot me.
We're gonna go Frank Gore. We're gonna go with one of your guys.
Oh man, that's tough.
Come on,
you hit me with that one, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you right off the bat.
Damn. Well, retire, Frank Gore.
You gonna tell Frank to head it in?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell Frank to retire, man. Yeah, you know why I'm gonna tell him to retire, man?
Why? Because
I seen him. He had a good run in the playoffs, man. He made one run. They put him in and he ran. And the old Frank Gore already was kind of, he never had that burst speed. He would get caught at the end. But this time it was like, boy, that hole was so huge, boy. It looked like you was slow motioning through that thing. He got caught too. It was 6. It should have been 6 points or maybe like in the red zone. So Frank Gore, man, you've been. I think is he the last one left on that Miami team?
He may be. That's a good question. He has to be.
Greg Olsen.
Oh yeah, him and Greg Olsen. Maybe they'll walk out together. But
man, it's time, man. It's time for you to boom retire.
So you're not kicking the tires on Frank Gore.
Frank Gore need to sit his butt down.
Well, maybe you kick it with Adam Vinatieri. Should he?
Oh, Vinatieri need to retire.
Oh man, you killing my childhood.
He need to retire, man.
You know what, my man? Prime.
He was making those kicks, man, and then they signed it. They signed it. Our guy that we picked up off the.
He was gonna retire mid-season.
Yeah, he was, man. And when the season started, I forgot about Vinatieri. When the season started, and I was looking at the Colts game, I said, he's still kicking. His hair is silver.
Yes, at 46 years old, my friend.
Chad Johnson said he want to kick. He's gonna be a kicker for the XFL.
Chad Johnson,
42 years old,
is the reverse Antonio Brown. He's crazy too, but he's not toxic.
They say he's been kicking 60 yards.
Oh, okay.
60 yards.
He gonna tear his ACL. Chad Johnson.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm telling you, he said he won't be a kicker in the XFL.
If I play in the XFL, that's the first flag I'm getting.
You gonna take a cheap shot?
Yeah.
On Chad Johnson?
Yeah. Go down in the book, man. I might not have another moment.
They say he can kick, man. You know he played soccer. He was good at soccer too.
Man.
I'm telling you, man, he might can do it, man. They say he been kicking 60 yarders, man. I'm telling you.
Man, no, buddy.
All right, what if he come back as a kicker?
That'll be the wildest story ever. I think I would
So look, if he's in the XFL and he's hitting field goals and they're consistent. He's
coming to the NFL.
He's coming to the NFL and he's gonna kick, right? You don't see them signing him saying, "Well, come on,
Oh no, it'll be a quick signing.
Oh yeah.
Like top of free agent.
That's right.
He would make it. He wouldn't make it to the draft. He wouldn't make it to the draft.
No.
Because he'll be signed during the first round of free agency.
That's right. Chad Johnson, why would he be drafted at 42?
No, I'm just saying he wouldn't make it to the draft because, usually in between once free agency starts and then the draft, it slows down after a while.
You're saying he's going to be on the roster before the NFL draft.
Before the NFL draft.
He will. If he's making these field goals for the XFL, he will be on the NFL roster. He will be on the NFL roster for kicking field goals.
Wildest story ever. That would be the wildest story ever. So, Terrell Suggs, should he stay or should he go?
T. Sizzle he need to come on back, man.
Oh, you want that?
I want on San Fran.
You want that, don't you?
Now, you know where I want him at? Back in Baltimore. That's where he deserved. Baltimore missed that edge. Do you think Henry would have ran all over T-Sizzle defense?
I don't know, man.
No,
you got a good point.
Nope. He got to come back for one more, man.
So let's go. Drew Brees.
Retire.
What?
I'm going to tell you why I'm saying retire, man. I'm saying retire because he won't leave. New Orleans don't want him to leave. So this is the problem.
Yeah, he's never leaving.
He's not leaving. You got Bridgewater. Bridgewater's finna sign somewhere in free agency.
He's not leaving.
Bridgewater's not leaving?
They said they're making that a top priority.
New Orleans?
New Orleans.
No way, man. They're not going to pay 2 quarterbacks almost $100 million.
Teddy B.
No, bro. He's going to sign somewhere in free agency. I'm telling
New
you
Orleans?
what's going to... No, it's not going to be New Orleans. I'm telling you.
Maybe he's going to
I'm telling you what's going to happen. It's no way they can let him leave. He fits well with what they do.
He does.
Sean Payton has a familiarity. And I told some Saints fans, I said, man, I feel like Teddy Bridgewater would have gave us a tougher game than Drew Brees. Now, although we beat him 48-46, but still, it's something they didn't lose with Bridgewater, did they?
No.
I'm telling you, man, they're ready for the next phase. It's Bridgewater. You get your
It is Bridgewater.
You get you another wide receiver. But if Drew Brees stay, Bridgewater, he's going to do the Jimmy G thing. He's going to go somewhere else. You're going to have no other
back.
Drew, man, he can't even throw on the outside no more. He's in between the numbers. He's in between the lines. He can't throw on the edges no more. You know, when you're a quarterback, and you can tell the same thing with Tom Brady. That's why Tom Brady needed a tight end so bad. They can't throw on the edges anymore. That's what goes first. Those are the hardest throws to make.
Man, stop the madness.
So you gonna bring me next one? That's who I think it is, right?
Yeah, you know who it is.
Go ahead and bring it.
Tom Brady.
Retire.
You are the rudest podcast personality I have ever met.
Yeah, he need to hang the cleats on up, man.
Nah,
man. He hanging on, man, and Belichick want him gone, and Kraft wants him there because he has a bromance there, and Tom Brady, you know he cleared out his box. So you know every player has their own box area in the Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
He cleared out his box. There's no longer any Tom Brady things in there. He put his mansion up for sale.
Okay.
Tom Brady.
What does that mean?
Tom Brady might be out of there, man.
Okay. What does that mean?
Tom Brady might be playing. What kind of jersey you gonna see him in?
A Patriots
Miami jersey?
No. Yeah, he'll play elsewhere before he
Las
retires.
Vegas.
No, he may go to a division rival. But it would have to be Miami.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I can see him leaving, but I think Tom Brady should retire, man. He can't throw on the edges anymore. He just didn't look that good, man. He kind of looked like Drew Bledsoe out there last game.
Oh man, come on.
He did, man.
Okay, Adrian Peterson.
Retire, man.
Come on, man.
Man, Adrian Peterson is running off of fumes right now.
You've said nobody can come back except for Terrell Suggs.
I mean, they're like 50 years old, though, man.
Oh, man. Sean Lee.
How old is Sean Lee?
Sean Lee he's been playing a while.
he got a lot of years on him. He's like a dog.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you keep Sean Lee.
Bring back Sean Lee.
Okay. So Sean Lee. Then I'm gonna give you one more. I gotta choose a good one. Gotta choose. I do it. You know what? Nick Foles.
Why would he retire?
I don't know. They're saying he doesn't want to be a backup. He's saying he does. He's contemplated it before.
You know what gets me with Nick Foles, man. I'm gonna tell you what gets me with Nick Foles. He's not a football guy.
He's not.
And it's some comments he made on a couple losses y'all had. And he was like, it's bigger than football. And
he's a backup.
That's why I say for some reason he worked in Philly, because Philly is a football town and you don't have to be a football guy. You see what I'm saying? Because they had quarterbacks like Jim McMahon. You don't have to be a football
believer,
guy.
Man.
You got to be a believer.
And that's what Nick Foles is.
And this guy's not a football guy, man. And every time he goes in another locker room, he said that being in Jacksonville was worse than being with the Rams. And I remember him with the Rams, and the Rams were going through a facelift. They was on their way out of St. Louis trying to transition back to L.A. I can't even remember a player that was on that team. Fans, the ones who listening, the role players who listening, that was before Todd Gurley came to the building.
Man, that was way before Todd Gurley.
Way before. I can't even remember.
They were terrible doing that.
They was terrible. So I can't remember who was the running back there. But like I said, he's not a football guy. So if you put him...
Stacy?
Oh, it wasn't even Zach Stacy. I'm trying to think what... Philly. That's the only one. Philly is a football town, but you don't have to be a football guy to be a quarterback in Philly.
If he doesn't get traded, if he doesn't get cut, he has to relinquish his starting duties to a 6th-round rookie. Does he stay or does he go? Does he retire or does he show?
He's going to have to be traded.
He's but play. If he can't.
He's going to play. He's going to stick around.
So you say he's staying.
I think he can start over Carson Wentz.
I don't know, man. It's dicey up there.
You hate Nick Foles, man.
I don't hate Nick Foles. Nick Foles is the character I thought he was.
Yeah, I told you last. Remember I told you y'all last year y'all was going to get that joker.
Yeah.
You was like, no,
I just
man,
couldn't accept that,
crazy.
Man. I couldn't accept
that. I said, yeah, man, they're not going to pay Nick Foles that amount of money.
I couldn't accept
they're
that,
not going to pay him. I said, yeah, you are.
No, once we signed Nick Foles, I was like, I got a bad team. I was like, as much as I hope, as much as I believe, I just need to let it be, man. I need to let it be. Whatever this season is going to be, it's going to be.
He'll bootleg Elvis Gerback.
Man, he'll bootleg a lot of things, man. I mean, if I had to, I'm going to be real with you. And I'm not saying it because of what happened in Jacksonville. This predates Jacksonville. If I had to choose between Nick Foles and Josh McCown, I'm just talking cold turkey, man. I'm not talking about
cold turkey.
I'm not talking about, oh, this guy did all these heroic things for the
you talking about you gonna win one game. You ain't talking about no stats and none of that.
Showing up to the field.
No Super Bowl MVP.
I got Josh McCown and I got Nick Foles.
You're like, give me that guy. And you're like,
I'm like, I gotta choose one, right?
Your friend gonna say, man, he did good and won them MVP. Nah, give me that guy.
I'm like, give me that guy. They gonna be like, Josh McCown. Yeah, give me that guy. They gonna be like, he tore his whole hamstring. He played through it. Give me that guy. That predates the whole Jacksonville thing. I'm not even hating. I just hoped. Like Nick Foles is a believer. I believed and hoped he would do well. But he did not.
He didn't, man. That flamed out fast.
Man, he had one highlight week 1. And then when he came back, he was all the highlights. He was all the highlights, but that was bad.
And then everybody thought I was crazy. I was like, man, go ahead, man. You got to put him back in. And everybody was like, why? I said, how much money you paying him?
As much as I did not want to do
you got to show your fans that he's no good.
Yeah. So everybody was like, man, you got to stick with Gardner Minshew. You're going to kill his confidence. Look, you just signed this dude for all the money that you had left.
Yeah.
And this is post-Bortles. Now, maybe if that Bortles thing didn't happen, you might say, all right, we're going to go ahead and move on.
Bortles didn't look too bad when you look at him.
Bortles was a sweet chin music, man. He was everything that you wanted him to be compared to Nick Foles.
Yeah.
But, from old and retired to absolutely sizzling and entertaining, we are going to the conference championship games. We got some big games on the line.
Bang, bang.
We got some big names on the line.
Big name.
Yeah, we got some big names on the line, man. This is finally Jimmy Garoppolo's moment to showcase that he wasn't just living in Tom Brady's shadow. He wasn't just this hype of a free agent quarterback or a traded quarterback. He wasn't this young gun. He is the future. It's a lot on the line for Jimmy Garoppolo.
He ain't the future, man. He's now.
Oh, boy. He's here.
I'm here.
You gonna go ahead and say it?
What?
You don't want to say it?
What, bang, bang?
There we go.
Oh,
it's
bang, bang, down the game.
It's a show now. Ooh. But,
that's your E40.
Yeah, ooh. Sprinkle me, mine. But, yeah, and then we all know what's on the line for Green Bay. This is a team that's being fueled by the fire of Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know
the passion of Aaron Rodgers. They're playing good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be disrespectful and say they're a fraud team, because that's the label that they keep getting. I will say this though.
I think they Rubened. And for those who don't know, that's a little inside joke.
Get back.
I think he Rubened into the playoff, into that number two spot. I think they said, "Oh, it's open."
Yeah.
They backdoored into that number two spot.
Hey, boy, I posted that about Luke Kuechly. It ain't like that. I was like, Luke Kuechly done backdoored the Panthers.
Oh yeah, he backdoored them, man.
That boy.
They said, "Okay, guys, the jerseys in the right, show the pass in the left, get the helmets over there." And Luke never made it to the right and the left. No. He just gave the helmet and went to the back. And they say, "Well, now we're missing a set of pads.
Yeah.
And we're missing a jersey."
They're like, I walked by 5'9's locker, and he got a jacket. He got a blazer and a shirt in there. What's going on with 5'9 today? They're like, I don't know, but big news. We just signed Joe Brady. Can't go wrong. Nothing. Look, this thing is full steam ahead. Nothing can derail this thing today. Luke Kuechly right there in the locker room was like, can't do it no more. Can't do it. Won't do it. Ain't happening.
They said, hold up, though. You said something about Joe Brady, but that don't look like him up there at that podium.
Yeah.
Who was that on that nag?
They were like, they sitting in the shadows with Luke walked out the door. But so back to Green Bay 49ers, man. It's happening. It's real.
Yeah, man.
This is, if it was a few years ago, I definitely would have been more excited about this, because I don't know if I can buy into this Packers team, man.
No.
They're winning. I'm not going, because they put up a hellified game against the Seahawks. I mean, they went in there, hit the Seahawks, boom. They hit them hard. They went right at Russell Wilson.
Seahawks depleted, man.
Yeah, but they still made Russell Wilson almost seem as if he wasn't a factor. That was kind of big.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers showed up. Adams showed up. The run game showed up. They look like a contender. I'll say that. They look like a contender. But then you say, well, hey, they did that against Seattle, and now they got to play the NFL's best, or one of the best.
It's the best.
It was definitely the NFC's best.
Yeah.
Because, the Ravens, now that was fraudulent. Buyer beware. But I don't know. I can't see it, man. I think the point spread on this thing is like 7.5. I think it's every bit of
it's
that.
10. It's 10 now. It jumped.
No, it came down.
It came back down?
It came down. It's like 7.5. But it's legit, though. I don't see Green Bay having a dog in this fight. If you're a Packers fan and you're out there and you're watching this, you're looking at me, man. I love Aaron Rodgers. Next to Tom Brady, if I had to show up to the field again, just guy for guy, I probably would pick Aaron Rodgers over Tom Brady. No questions. No questions, man. I don't see it from Green Bay though.
So this is normally my week, man. I look, and I'm a film connoisseur. So a lot of people say, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I also coach a little football. I'm a film connoisseur. I dissect it from the rooter to the tutor. So I always go back and I watch the game, because when we're watching the game, we could be in a prison of the moment. You may be running out to go get your bag of Cheetos. Yeah, you might be going to get you a drink, a bottle of water or something. So I make sure I don't miss anything. And I fast forward, I rewind, I go backwards. And I looked. I tried to all week, because this is my team, my Niners. I tried to all week. I tried to find a way that Green Bay could do something different to make this a different and more competitive game. And the only thing I could come up with was absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Because D4 didn't play in the last game. Quan Alexander didn't play in the last game. Jaworski Tart didn't play in the last game. Joe Staley didn't play in the last game. McGlinchey was just coming back in the last game. That was his second game back. This is Matt Breida didn't play in the last game.
Breida.
So this is a 100% healthy 49er team.
A supercharged 49er team.
And man, let me tell you, Aaron Rodgers holds on to the ball too long. He throws it away and he has to make plays to win this ball game. An interception won't hurt you. A turnover here or there won't hurt you. He has to make plays to try to push this ball down the field. If Aaron Rodgers don't, this is going to be a repeat of what happened last time.
I can see that happening, but, I'm going to play. And as much as I said I don't see it happening for the Packers, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Because in a perfect world, there is the chance that exists where Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers offense is stagnant. There's a possibility of that. That has happened a few times this season. Not many, but just a few. And then there's the possibility that Aaron Rodgers, discount double check, gonna make all the throws. He shows up. In that world, you have the high-end 49ers and the suspect Packers. They kind of come a lot more even in that world. They come a lot more even because if Rodgers can beat the 49ers defense and Garoppolo suffers from the Packers defense, we're talking about a ball game now. And in that ball game, Jay, I do take the Packers.
I don't know, man.
I take the Packers.
I think you're
in
reaching
that ball game,
man. This offense is. Let me tell you
devil's
something.
advocate, because I'm picking the 49ers.
This offense has been like 20. Their offense is like ranked 22, 23, 24. It hovered around it all season.
Aaron Rodgers. Jack.
Aaron Rodgers has been the 17th ranked passing quarterback this season in QBR.
He's out there.
Come on.
He's out there.
If you put Joe DiMaggio, if you dig him up and put him on the Yankees, do they have a chance to win a ball game?
The spirit of Vince Lombardi is going to come through, and he's going to throw the.
My Giants just signed Barry Bonds for one game. Can he hit a home run in it?
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I'm gonna go big in this one. I'm going real big.
If he's wearing his buzzer, he can hit a home run.
I've never worried about Aaron Rodgers. San Francisco, 31. This time, Green Bay only gonna get 6.
What?
It was 37-8 in the last game.
I'll go 34. 49ers, 34. And then Green Bay, 12.
That's about the same.
Yeah, I gave him 6 more.
Move on.
Now let's talk.
Ooh,
I've been searching for ways to bet legally on this game online. FanDuel won't allow me because I'm not in New Jersey. A lot of other sporting venues won't allow me because I'm not in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and one other state. Maybe Louisiana or somewhere. I am sick to my core because I know in the belly of the South, the AFC South, lives this behemoth that takes handoffs and just juggernauts his way down the field on the Ravens, and he juggernauts his way down the field on the Patriots. 2 of the top defenses in the AFC, 2 of the top defenses in the NFL this year. He had no problem. Now we're talking about Kansas City. Kansas City,
defense
which
is not that good,
has the red sheet. I don't care what any of you said when I made that early comment. Andy Reid is a choke artist.
Yeah.
You have the antidote to an Andy Reid, high-powered, high-fueled, Pat Mahomes-driven offense in Travis Henry. I mean, Derrick Henry.
He done went back.
I did go back. We were talking about all them old players. But in Derrick Henry. So, I'm saying, once again, like I said, now this is not me playing devil's advocate. This is me looking at the game for real. Derrick Henry, let's just play scenario. Titans get the ball first. They find a way to just plug away down the field. And let's just say they leave with 3 points. But let's say 8 minutes is off the clock.
Yeah.
Because let's say the game is fresh, the Chiefs hit them. They hit him. They make him pay early in the game. They chop him down, but he still gets his way down the field. But they only get 3 because Tannehill couldn't finish the drive. Let's just say that happens. But they've been on the field for 8 minutes. This Tennessee defense that's led by the coaching of Mike Vrabel goes out just enough to stop Mahomes and say, well, wait, Chiefs, you got to punt. Now, let's say the ball goes back. Now, let's say it's a first down, then a three and out. So the Chiefs get about 8 plays, 7 plays. Titans get the ball back. They come down the field. That defense, they're not on the sideline very long. Titans come down with this juggernaut again, along with Tannehill, because Tannehill was carving up defenses that were not on his level, defenses that were beneath their team. Let's say they come down and now it's 10-0. Now, this is not the Texans. This is not the Texans by far, because they're going to plug away all game. If they go down 10-0 and it's the end of the first quarter, Titans win the game.
Yeah, you're right. You remember last week when I said, Derrick Henry run the ball and the first play is about 7 to 10 yards. It's going to be a long game.
It's a long day.
And you remember I said how Dalvin Cook, if he ran the ball and he went backwards, it was going to be a long game.
One was stuffed crust and one was thin.
Well, both of them came true. So this is what I'm saying.
Say it.
Again, Derrick Henry will lay on you. And he will lay on you. And in the third quarter, them cornerbacks going to make business decisions, dog. They're going to stop trying to wrap him up.
Earl Thomas made a business decision.
Earl Thomas made a business decision. Earl Thomas was a little chatty this year, too, man.
Yeah.
Talking about what they was going to do. But let me tell you, man.
Myth has it, he found his agent in the crowd and was like, it's business, right?
I watched this game, man, the first time they played, man. And ever since then, I've been pushing, saying, and this guy beside me, he been laughing at me. You've been laughing at me, man, because I be like, man, Titans can they can mess around and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, man. They tough, man.
Here they are.
And here they are, man. Let me tell you, man, do not take this game. Any Kansas City fans out there, do not take this game for a joke. This is not a one-trick pony. A.J. Brown carved y'all up last game because you have what would you call it? A lower tier secondary. You do not have a strong defensive core out there, and your secondary is kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you. Pay attention, like you said, pay attention to the first 10 minutes of this game. If Kansas City is not having their way within the first 10 minutes, they're gonna get a little feisty. It's not gonna be like the Texans. The Texans they're not gonna hand you over because Vrabel is gonna call a good game. He's not just gonna hand you plays over. He's not gonna give you scores. This team, Kansas City, will get tight in this game. And then you will see mistakes being made like the drop balls. They were dropping balls against the Texans.
Yeah.
Guys jumping off sides, guys missing tackles. And let me tell you, man, if you do that, Kansas City, this will be a long game. And you'll be looking at the Tennessee Titans with 25, 50 minute drives, 25 minutes on the time of possession to like 10 minutes for the game. Like, you got to be careful, man. You got to. I don't even know how you can hit this guy, man. This is a Mac. He's a damn refrigerator with legs, man. He's a refrigerator with legs. Man.
It makes no sense. This dude is a locomotive. He's a locomotive.
So you heard of refrigerator Perry?
The fridge.
That's refrigerator Derry.
The fridge.
Refrigerator Derry.
Man.
That joker is gonna run you over. And then that one run he made, the long one, he popped.
Oh, that's when you knew
he ran that guy over. He dropped his shoulder, and then he got up out the hole. Yeah, Earl Thomas, man, you ain't want no smoke, dog.
Earl Thomas looked at Derrick Henry, and I'm telling you, the myth has it. Now, you can Google search it, but you got to go on the dark web to find the answer. But they say Earl Thomas locked eyes with his agent in the sea of many Raven fans. He locked eyes with his agent, and his agent was like, business. And then Earl Thomas said, man, I got to play next season. I ain't tackling this joker. This is my season-ending injury right here.
Man.
At the end. We're not tackling Derrick Henry. And he did that to the Patriots, and he did that to the Ravens. What is he going to do to the Chiefs?
I just want to know what the...
I
played back in the secondary, man, and nobody want to tackle. And I know how it be, man, when somebody run past you, like, man, you ain't going to make that tackle. Nah, dog, you ain't going to make the tackle.
Yeah, I ain't about to be a highlight reel tonight.
Come on, dog. Somebody got to hit him, man. And then they looking at the linebacker like, hey, man, I got a tight end chipping on me. I got this guy hitting on me. Man, shit, I can't make the tackle. I'm telling you, man.
I've seen my Jaguars fall victim to him several times at this point.
Kansas City, they don't have nobody. Nobody ferocious.
The honey badger is going to get chewed. Chewed on.
What's the safety they used to have, man? Eric Berry, where are you? Where are you?
Barry don't want that.
Barry
wasn't like that.
Say Barry don't want to get crunch berry, dude.
Nah, Barry was not like that. He ain't about to go and do that.
So, yeah, man.
He turned into the glass man at one point.
So, I'm taking the Titans, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans 24-16.
Well, like I said, and if any of you know how I can bet on this Titans-Chiefs game, I'm trying to win.
I'm 8-0 in the playoffs so far.
Ah, man, please. Please, fella.
Don't hate, bro.
Please, fella. I'm not 8-0. So you may not want to hear my pick. But I do know the Super Bowl, conference championship games, there's always one that goes the way that you expect. Yeah. And then there's always one like, man, I can't believe it went down like that. This is I can't believe it went down like that. Titans 26, Chiefs 23.
That's a good one. It was a field goal game last time.
Yeah, I give it a field goal. But I'm going to give them the edge. But I will say this to reassure any Chiefs fans. If Mahomes has the ball going down the field at the end of the game, and they have pretty good field position, I say it turns from 26-23 to, 29-30? Yeah, 30-26. It can easily shift that fast.
So Mahomes has the ball last. Chiefs going to win.
I think so.
Get out of here. You hedging your bets, man.
No, I'm not hedging my bets because I want to place all bets on Titans.
Oh, okay.
All bets on Titans, man. I'm going Titans on this. I don't know what this is, but it looks right. It looks right. It looks like I'm winning like that. But I don't know if I'm going to win like that, but I know you have been winning like that because you've been watching the Role Players podcast. And man, there's so much happening in sports. We are the buzz of the Trey. Like Altuve is the buzz of Houston. So, man, there's much to discuss that we don't even get into. But you guys can hit us up on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We would love to hear the discussions, whether it's from the Astros cheating to Tom Brady signing elsewhere to Jason Garrett becoming, I don't know, the next great offensive coordinator. Who knows? But you know that you can find this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and several more podcast platforms. Thanks for listening, and you've always been great to us, and we've been great to you, hopefully. And we cannot wait to hear the feedback from the championship games. Get in there, create that buzz, create a horn for the role players, and man, we'll show you love, like always. Until the next episode, like Dre said,